So we've taken a bumble into the deep, deep southwestern parts of the reserve. Yesterday, Shadrach and Bennett found an ostrich nest. Robbie then followed up yesterday afternoon and found one of the chicks having hatched. So this afternoon, we are down on the southern boundary with the male ostrich at the nest and at least 13 less than a day old chicks. This morning, Kate only saw one chick having hatched, the same one as Robbie. Now there are some very wobbly, fluffy, hedgehog-like chicks stumbling around here and spending some time with the male. So this is a pretty epic discovery, and there is still 6 eggs left, and the male slowly moved 3 of them together underneath him. And he's now resting on top of them. There is still 3 eggs off to the side here. With him sitting down now, incubating those eggs, all the other chicks have gone and tucked themselves underneath his nice, warm, dark, fluffy feathers. Because as you can see, I've got my extra layers on. It's cold, it's windy. So for a newly hatched little ostrich chick to be out in the elements exposed to the wind is not going to be too pleasant. So he's going to now look after them, keep them warm, and try and further incubate these other 3 eggs, which could possibly hatch in the next couple of days. I'm hoping this afternoon while we're here. The 3 eggs off to the side are probably just abandoned eggs, and he hasn't been sitting on top of them on a cold day like we're experiencing now. It's unlikely that they're going to then hatch. But anyways, stranger things have happened. But you can imagine being tucked up underneath him like that must be pretty warm. He is now on duty, obviously. I'm pretty sure the female will then come back and they'll have a little shift or change in their roles, and the male will then move on and feed. The male and female will often alternate the incubation and the care for the young in the beginning. My understanding was the female would incubate during the day, the male would incubate at night, because being darker, the male blends in better at night. The female being lighter blends in better during the day. However, that's not an exact science. They will alternate, taking responsibilities and essentially allowing each other to go off and feed. But what an epic little discovery and venture down into the deep southwest this afternoon. Cannot wait to see what unfolds with these ostrich chicks. Pretty sure they're going to be bound to this nest for the next, I'd say 24 hours maybe, and then they'll start moving on once they're a little bit more sure-footed and can then start to move away. And they're going to stick very close to the parents, male and female, and that is often their protection. So part of the ostrich's strategy is to have as many eggs as possible, or lay as many eggs as possible. Sometimes other females will lay their eggs in this nest as well, as a sort of insurance policy, just excuse the pun, but putting their eggs in different baskets so that at least there's a better chance of survival. now we have 13 chicks, and sadly the attrition rate, or the loss of chicks for ostriches, is quite high. So for now they are incredibly vulnerable to martial eagles, tawny eagles, some of the bigger eagles, jackals, hyenas, leopards, lions, and so it'll be interesting to see how many of these ones survive. But for now we're just going to enjoy a spectacular sighting of some tiny little fluffy, very wobbly, day-old ostrich chicks. So it's just a little update. We back out with the ostriches, and it appears as though one more of the chicks has hatched. It's lying just in front of the male there. A little newly hatched one out the front of him there. You can see it's much smaller than the rest, not yet sure on its feet. It's very wobbly and underdeveloped in comparison to the rest that have now been out of the eggs for at least 2 days. He is still sitting on a number of eggs. It looks like there's 4 eggs in there which he had pulled together. It's an epic little development that we've got on Londolozi right now, and they are ultra cute. So I hope you're enjoying this virtual safari. You know what to do. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. Like this video. It helps with the algorithms and push our videos out there so that more people get to see this stuff. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all again next week.